There are Title VI forms in the back corner by the door if you'd like to fill one of those out and return it to the auditor's office. Sheriff, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And Brian, can you please lead us in prayer?
Heavenly Father, as we come before you this evening, we ask you to guide us in our decisions we make. We ask you to please pray for our country at this time. We ask you to be with us as we make decisions for our community. In your name we pray. Amen.
All right, starting first with the meeting minutes from February 16th.
They look good to me. I didn't see anything out of ordinary.
There was one issue that says that I seconded it, but I wasn't here. So,
Okay.
I don't know how that happened.
I know you were here in spirit.
yeah, I would have if I was here, but I.
Okay.
That's in the first part, financial administration approvals.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's it. I'd make a motion to approve the minutes, given the correction of the claims.
I'll second that. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Moving on to claims. Any discussion or questions on claims?
Gabe, did you have something?
There was the Boehringer Engel helm. There was a claim in there for $4,139.34. It was under the animal shelter.
Do you have a number on it or anything? That's okay, I can find it here.
These are very less claims. Right here. So next guard combo cat. Is that just? So that's like a bunch of it? Buying a bunch of it? Okay. Okay. That was my only.
How often are you guys buying that bulk supply? Is it annually? Is it quarterly? Okay. That's a pretty good 6-month supply then. Good.
I don't have anything else. I'd make a motion to approve claims.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Moving on to payroll for the week of February 27th, 2026, in the amount of $421,964.29.
I reviewed. I didn't have any questions.
Same with me. I'll make a motion to accept payroll.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. All right. Up first on the agenda, we have Doug Westerfeld.
Good afternoon. I have two items I need or ask for signatures for an expense fund agreement that I have distributed to all of you. This will allow for the funds or the expenses that are going to take place for the plane review, the inspections, with and attorney fees with third-party operators for the battery storage facility. We're creating the county council is approved for the creation of the fund, and this agreement will set the funds up for deposit and to allow those bills to be paid. And then the second item I have is a master service agreement with Commonwealth. Commonwealth is a third-party company that is going to be providing the plane review and the inspections for the building of the battery storage system. Any questions?
So on the expense agreement, it looked like from the agreement, the amount that would be deposited is the $352,225.
That is correct.
How was it that you guys created or that you came up with the different amounts that are listed with the 325 and then the cap on the legal fees of 25,000?
So they come from the proposals from each of the vendors. So Commonwealth gave us a proposal of their costs. ESRG, which is doing the emergency planning, they gave us an estimate of what their expenses would be, and Christopher Burke, who's doing the excavating the stormwater analysis, that was their estimate. So that's how we came up with those funds.
So basically, what we have here is Fletcher Power is paying for all of the site review, all of the planning and everything on that side of it, so that we make sure that on the technical side of this project for the battery storage, that we're having all of our bases covered.
Correct. And then the legal fees were our area plan attorneys. That was her fees, or estimated fees.
Do you guys have any questions, starting first with the Fletcher?
Thank you
Fletcher
for that.
Power?
Thank you for that explanation. That helps me understand where you came out. I was wondering the same thing you did, that dollar amount, how we come up with that. So that helps. Thanks. No, I can understand the expense account, making sure we have that in place.
Mm-hmm.
So we have that, the funds go into that and out of that to pay for this. So,
Yep.
no, I'm good.
All right, so starting first with Fletcher Power, I'd entertain a motion to approve and adopt the expense fund agreement.
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. And then moving to the agreement with Commonwealth to do all of that work that is being paid for by the expense fund agreement.
I will make a motion.
Motion to approve and adopt?
Yes.
All right. And your second is still good? All right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, motion carries.
We have yeah, that would be great if you've got your signed version.
My whole printer's running a little low, so it's a little pink on the last.
Rachel's the representation for IPA and Fletcher Power.
Yeah, it's a little pink.
Well, pink, yeah, I'm sorry about that. The black cartridge is full, apparently the blue cartridge is a little low.
Can you get a copy of that particular thing?
Right.
One of this one, it's a big one. This one here.
want to just give us an update on the comprehensive plan process?
Well, the next item for the comprehensive plan is on Thursday, we have a steering committee meeting. So basically at this point, we're having steering committee meetings, every month. So this one they're taking the data from the surveys that were completed. We'll take that data, and we'll evaluate that and analyze it. And then will be the next public, participation. So that's where we're at.
Do you guys have anything else for Doug?
I do not. Thanks, Doug.
Thank you, Doug.
All right, thanks.
All right. Up next, we have Sheriff Bill Myros.
Good evening.
Sheriff.
So later this year, Merit Deputy Chris Helmy is going to be retiring. He came to the Sheriff's Department on July the 6th of 2003. He worked in the jail for 3 years. And then on August the 6th of 06, he became a Merit Deputy. So he's going to have his 20 years in later this year. It is customary, and what we've done in the past is present him with his handgun when he leaves as a token of our appreciation. So since that handgun actually belongs to you, I'm seeking your authorization to present that to him as a retirement gift.
Absolutely. This is something that's covered by state statute as well.
Yes, it is.
Working as a deputy prosecutor since 2012, I've heard of this happening and seen it happen numerous times. I don't have an issue with it. There's a state statute that covers it. I don't see any reason that we wouldn't want to give him this token of his service to the community for his duty pistol.
Yeah, Chris has been an outstanding deputy.
Yeah, yes. No, I'm absolutely good with it.
Absolutely.
Chris Helmick.
So I'll make a motion that we go ahead and allow the sheriff's department to give the retirement gift of a handgun to Chris Helmick.
I'll second that.
All those in favor say aye. And those opposed, motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Sheriff, I did have one other thing for you. I had received, as we were sitting up here, a DocuSign document from Enterprise Fleet Management
Yes,
for some of your vehicles. Do you know, without me looking through,
probably the ones we're turning back in, would be my guess.
I think from talking with Eric, there was something they were trying to clear up. I'm not seeing it in here though, where they had us as Decatur County government or just Decatur County. But I'll read through it, and if I have any other questions, I'll get with you.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, up next, animal shelter. Sierra, are you going to take that one tonight? All right.
I have papers. I don't know if you guys want them too. It's just the breakdown of what we've spent so far with the cattle. I have a copy for each of you.
That'd be great.
Yes.
Not on that is the necropsy that we just had to do. We haven't got the bill back for that yet. I don't even think it's the necropsy. I don't even think it's done yet. So, and then we were also wondering if we were able to worm the cattles and take care of the ringworm. That has a 30-day withdrawal, but it seems like we're likely going to have the cattle that long.
So just for everyone's knowledge, one of the animals, one of the cows, was in really rough shape. Did the vet actually end up putting it down, or did it
Yes,
pass on its
yes, the vet did come out and euthanize it.
So that cow was euthanized due to its condition. So a necropsy is required then by state statute. The animal had been transported to Purdue for that necropsy to be performed. So that was when Sierra was referencing the necropsy. That was the purpose and the reason for having that done. As far as the worming goes, I think that needs to happen as far as the health. It'll help with the recovery.
Yes,
of the
definitely. The Board of Animal Health did come out on Friday, and she said that all the cattle have gone up at least one body score since we've had them.
That's fantastic. Any other thoughts, you guys, on the worming?
No, was there a charge for the necropsy, or, I mean, I see that for delivery or
There will be.
transport, but not,
We just haven't got it yet.
okay, all right.
Do we have any anticipation of what that is, amount?
I do not.
So far, we've paid out $8,001.25 for the care of the animals that were seized. So worming, go.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and do the worming.
Okay.
I appreciate these figures and bringing them to us today.
Thank you.
How's everything else going out at the shelter?
It's going pretty smooth sailing so far.
How are we looking as far as our no-kill status and just the regular occupancy levels at the shelter?
We're doing good with, I hate knock on wood, with space and everything. And we're at a 90, like on our view on our computer, we're at a 99% live save rate right now. So I think we just have to hold those numbers for a certain amount of time to be able to get that no kill, but we are so close.
I think I saw there's 23 more saved.
Yes.
That need to happen in order to hit the no-kill status.
Yep.
And physically, as far as the building goes, any other issues or anything that we need to look at, tend to?
Nope, not at the moment.
Very good.
Has a couple things she's working on. There was some leftover ARPA money that she is working on doing some venting, some screens and stuff, so I think she's working on that.
Good. All right. Thank you, Sierra.
Thank you.
All right, up next, John, Lake Santee. How are you doing tonight?
Good, how are you guys?
Good.
I'll give you this, I emailed it to you.
Yes, sir.
This little background on the study of phosphorus loaded to lake.
Thank you.
This is a letter.
Thanks, John.
Yep.
So we're requesting the support from the county commissioners on a funding project opportunity we have. A company called Utrafix came out and did a internal load on our phosphorus and in our sediment in the bottom of the lake. The overall project to put the chemical out and basically suspend the phosphorus so it never releases is $3.9 million. But there's federal government funding, so we're requesting $2 million just to treat the deepest end where the most sediment is. So we've got a letter to send to United States House Representative Aaron Hodgson and to request the funding. It's pretty quick. We've got to have it in by Friday, and then they'll give us an answer within 1 to 4 weeks. And then it's kind of a 2-year process of final approval, getting to the budget, and then getting the funding out. So we're not sure yet, since we're the regional wastewater district and the lake serves the district. They may send the funding directly through the regional wastewater district. If they don't, they may request the funding to come through the county. So we want to get your buy-in up front that, number one, you support the funding request and that you would facilitate the dollars if we get them.
This is a pass-through similar to like what we had done with the Okra grant at the Y. Yeah, so no, I if you guys can get some federal money to help with your problem, absolutely.
Great.
Do you guys do anything as far as mitigating locally as with property owners and fertilizing yards? And
We do some, quite a bit of just publicity on it. And most of our landscapers out there know not to use certain fertilizers and things. We did a study, I think it was in 2020, on the load of fertilizer coming from farmers upfield and compared it to one that we've done in several years back. And a lot of the farmers have really done good farming practices that has reduced the phosphorus coming in. Then we also did about a $700,000 project to build a sediment pond up off the creek before it comes into the lake. And we've done about $1.3 million in dredging. So we've got a really good improvement in our water clarity from those two projects, but we've got quite a bit of phosphorus that's just sitting there and typically releases, and then we have a company that monitors our algae bloom. So if our phosphorus gets too high, then we have to start pumping more chemicals for the algae bloom. So never-ending
Yeah,
process.
balance it out.
Do you guys have an opportunity to review the letter of support that I would be signing? Any comment or anything that you guys would like to see? Yeah.
I would make a motion to sign the letter of intent for the Lake Santee project grant opportunity.
I'll second that motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, John.
And is it okay if Christy retains a copy and emails it to you
That's great.
tomorrow? That way we just have a copy of that. If you can just keep like the packet and the letter together there, Christy.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
All right, up next on the agenda is a community building donation. So we have, Dennis Vogel and I had a meeting a couple of weeks ago with someone. At this point, I'm not going public with the name, but they are looking at donating $75,000 to the fundraising campaign. They would like their logo on the water tank, the grain bin, there on the site of the new community building. Talking with them, the discussion was for a 10-year agreement to have that logo on the grain bin in exchange for the $75,000 donation. It is a local business. We can have Chad write up a contract where we're agreeing to the 10 years, the $75,000 donation, and then also just final approval on logo and placement, those kinds of things. But I wanted to come to you guys first to make sure that you guys are okay with the naming rights on the water tank.
What's the size of the logo?
That's one of the things that at the end of the day we would
We're not
hammer
looking at
out.
the whole thing top to bottom.
No, it's not, and that was part of the discussion with them, is if the entire grain bin will be covered in logos, or is it just their logo? It's not going to be the entire thing, but it will be large enough to be prominent that you can see their logo on the grain bin. But it wouldn't be,
And I assume it stays ag related towards the grain bin.
yes.
Not the
No.
Okay.
Hey,
Yep. Yeah. So any thoughts or
how do we come up with-
apprehensions?
No, other than how did we come up with the 10-year?
It was part of the early discussions,
Okay.
just the negotiations that we had.
All right.
Preliminary in nature, of course, because we have to formally agree on that aspect of it. And I do want to have a contract in place with them so that each side holds up their bargain, their end of the bargain.
Is this something that they install, or is this something that we're gonna use a sign company?
We will use a sign
So
company.
there should be a proof of it before we get, okay.
Yep. Yep,
I'm
so.
good as long as there's a proof before.
Yeah, and I mean, we or an entity that we partner with to make the sign was part of it, because you can't be piercing the grain bin or installing it in an inappropriate
I'm
manner.
assuming it's a vinyl wrap.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Okay, very good. Then I will have Chad, I'll get with Chad and start drafting up those details, and then hopefully we have a signed agreement here soon.
Perfect.
All right. Moving on then to the insurance discussion.
I don't know when this meeting was. It was probably a month ago or so. Patty, I'm assuming. I can't remember. I was there. I don't remember the date. Yeah. We had a meeting with McGowan Insurance Group about our property and liability insurance. Some discussion about them wanting to bid for our insurance purposes. And so we had some discussion in that meeting. Brady Claxton was there, who is actually who we spoke with. But I think there's 6 or 7 of us in that insurance committee meeting. And after the meeting, we had a good discussion about McGowan and his presentation, and it was very positive. So currently, we have an insurance company, Assured Partners, but Brady says that if they would like to quote us, they have to be the insurance agent of record. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So we have to determine that, and we have to determine if we want them to be our insurance agent of record, and then he can give us a quote. Within that discussion, and I'll let Patty and Christie speak to this, but there were some concerns about our current insurance provider. So, Patty, any comments on that, or?
I mean, as far as the rates go, we know the rates are all gonna be probably pretty similar. But where we think we could really save some money is in our workers' comp insurance. It's called the Experience Mod, and our Experience Mod is based on 3 years' history. We keep claiming it there, and we had a particularly high 2025. So now those are not posted yet. We won't see that yet. But when we do, that will also hit, those rates will go up again. But what this particular broker and company offered is he's a certified workers' comp specialist. So he has gone on for that training. He will be able to help us be proactive with our workers' comp.
There's
Right
some
now,
best practices we can do
yeah,
that will
some
help us.
best practices,
Yes.
Light duty, what to do with folks that are on light duty, establish some policies that we don't have now in place. There can be light duty within your department. If your department doesn't have it, we can look at basically like a job bank. So come up with different jobs across the county. So move somebody essentially from this department to another while they're on light. Because it just really saves a lot of money if we bring people back to work rather than incur that lost time. So that's just one of the things that they offered. They have a team that would actually come talk to us and help us with safety and risk management from an HR standpoint and from claims. So,
Christie, anything you'd like to add to that? Or?
Just reiterating, excuse me, what Patty's saying, the workman's comp is the one that's driving our costs up the most, and he, just really talked up the back to work plan, getting everybody back to work. We just feel like he is, and also like she said, I feel like all the insurance companies can offer pretty much the same rates. It's the personalized service that you get with them. And we've just not had that over the last few years.
and as far as dollar amounts go, probably nobody has any idea. But I pulled the last 3 years totals. In '23, we spent $474,000. '24 was $559, and that's right about where we're at again in '25. So it's a lot of money
Major cost.
that we're spending on insurance. If there's any way we could kind of contain that, would sure help.
So, Christy, you had mentioned service. Is that one of the bigger issues that you have currently on where we're at?
It
Customer
is.
service.
Since Patty's come on, she does a little more with it than I do now. In the past, I worked solely on it pretty much. It is the service. It's not getting things in place until last minute. the amount of not contracts, well, yeah, contracts that we get given and told these have to be filled out, is just astronomical, just hardly with any help.
Are those coming to you currently timely, or are you getting them?
Last year, not so much. This year, yes. I know, I believe it was the concert series that it came down to the same day to get the insurance, to get that concert series covered.
Patty, anything on that side of it as far as the service from your perspective, being in HR and working with insurance on a regular basis?
Yeah, same way, we need to be, you know, when it comes to annual renewals, there's just a lot of information to gather. And we disperse that out to the departments as we can. But a lot of it does tend to fall on us. And we're told by this group that they will do a lot of that work. So that would help.
Patty, Christy, have you guys talked to anybody that works with McGowan?
Yes.
Any other counties?
Yes. There are 3 neighboring counties, Rush, Shelby, and Jackson, I believe. And, yeah, Shelby in particular gave very high ratings. So,
And he is talking about, I feel like we've been with this company current company, and we try to stay on top of adding and deleting all the new equipment, all the new, talking about the handgun. I mean, it's every little detail like that. I feel like we do a good job, but I'm sure over the years, there's things that have been overlooked. He's wanting Brady with McGowan is wanting to come in and do just a complete audit on everything that we have. And I think that's needed. It's needed to get things cleaned up and make sure we're paying for what we still have.
If we were to make a change like this, because this is a large change, does this affect any of our current insurance coverage as we stand now? And I mean, we have a new community building that's still owned by the BOT at this point. The handoff for that is growing very, very near. Any concerns as far as current coverage and the ability to get the new community building insured?
I don't believe so either.
Thoughts?
I reviewed the information and also the videos, but I'm in favor of moving them.
Well, we did poll the insurance committee, and I think it was a unanimous decision
was,
by
it was,
the
yeah.
insurance committee to move to McGowan and have Brady Claxton as our insurance agent of record. That was polled by the committee members. They agreed to that as well.
Anything else on the topic?
That's all I have.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to move to McGowan as our agent of record. More specifically, his name was
Brady Claxton. All right. We have a motion. I'll second the motion. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, motion carries. I'm sure there'll be some documentation that needs to come over, or is that this right here? Okay.
Sign. One goes for travelers, one goes for iPad.
Okay. Very good. Moving on to property sale lease discussion. Brian, you want to take the lead on this one?
Sure. We had a meeting with Ed, I gotta look his name up, I can't remember.
We all did not. You,
I did. Sorry. Jurgensen Construction Company is going to, they were awarded the bid for I-74, and they're going to start working on I-74 between the State Road 3 interchange, which is the 134, to the 123 interchange, which is St. Paul. So that 10-mile stretch is going to be rebuilt, redone, and it's going to be a 3-year project. So they're looking at, we have, the county owns 3 4-acre parcels of property, and they're right near the Honda transport, the overpass, the new overpass that we have. But we have 2 4-acre pie-shaped properties that they are interested in leasing and or purchasing from us. So I have approached a realtor to get kind of an idea of what that would cost or what it would be for a sale. And she gave me some thought processes on what that might be worth. And then we had some discussion on maybe the go-around is to lease instead of sell that. So currently at the 143 mile marker at the New Point exit, we own a 1-acre lot there, and we have leased that lot out 3 different times approximately. And so we do have a precedence where we have some property we've leased out to some construction companies. So I reached out to Tim, and Brian Robbins and Tim and I talked. Brian kind of was given the heads up by this Jurgensen Construction Company. And so we had a meeting, and Tim was looking at, I don't know if you had any luck, Tim, with did you find that lease?
Not found out how it
Okay, but we're looking for that lease. That lease that we had, or those lease, so we didn't reinvent the wheel. Of course, this may be a little bit more dollars wise because it's 12 or 8 acres instead of 1 acre. So that's really what I have currently. We're kind of looking for that lease agreement that we use for that 1-acre property up there at New Point to kind of mirror that. But we need to kind of move on this relatively quick. They do have a requirement by NDOT to have some boring, some ground samples to bore there, and also to make sure it's not a wetland. But that takes 4 to 6 weeks. He actually wanted us to move on something within a 2-week period. I told him I didn't know if that was possible. But this 4 to 6 week period that they're doing those things gives us a little bit of time, but we need to find that. Well, if we don't find the lease, I don't know, Chad, we can come up with a lease agreement.
Sure we can find something.
Yeah. That's really what I have right currently. Brian, do you have anything to add to that? I know you, Brian, and Tim and I were in a meeting.
Yeah, I think, you know, we said in the lease, make sure there's some sort of they do, are going to be asking this,
Like on ramps on both sides? That'd be great. Like on and off ramps
No.
there.
But no, actually, a dirt path on kind of where they're, so that'll keep you on the ground.
So,
Yeah.
Everything is kind of.
They're gonna, I mean, they're doing both eastbound and westbound lanes, right?
that's correct.
So they'll have to use the overpass for the other one.
On and off ramps. On and off ramps. Yeah, I like the lease idea. I mean, my biggest concern with this is if you drive on other parts of 74, you see the big lots that have all of the millings. I would prefer not to see that staying there permanently.
Well, what
And-
his when we asked him, what are you going to use this for? It's going to be the concrete that they dig up. They're going to pile that there, and dirt. They're not gonna put equipment there. It's really honestly for concrete, because all their millings are gonna send back and recycle. And he wanted to purchase, his thought was purchasing, because then he didn't have a timeline to get rid of that concrete. It could be there indefinite, and I don't like the idea of having, a 20-foot mound of concrete there on I-74. So a lease, I think, is better for us as well, because we can control that and say that concrete needs to be removed at a certain time. So I think all things point towards a lease for us. It's just us coming up with the document, if we can find that document, and/or making our own document if we can't find it, and getting this done.
Yeah, I like the lease idea.
I like the lease idea. I'd like to see the property returned to its original condition.
So within that lease, we can have those stipulations, and I think that's a good, another one, Gabe, a road use, bring it back to where it was prior to. So, we'll do some more digging, see if we can find that.
Very good. Tim, I had skipped over you earlier. Any update that you want to give us from the highway department?
Our community crossing grant, all of our paperwork contracts been in, it made the deadline, we're all good to go on that. So we've been trimming trees, patching, spreading stone on roads, a lot of maintenance activities right now. Our annual bids are out, publicized, so they're due back in on the March 16th meeting. So that's all taken care of. 421 does have 2 bridges getting redone. They also have like 6 structures getting replaced. So we've got the unofficial road detour agreements that we need the commissioners to sign.
Okay.
So it actually starts the 18th of May. It's 6 month is what it is. It runs from Greensburg down to Napoleon is where they all run at in that area. So I have sent the RFP proposed to Chad for him to review. With your permission, I'd like to have that due back the April 6th meeting for the striping on 200 West.
Yep.
So we'll get that done.
And on that, I had received, I know that we're bidding it out, but I had received this information from a company that
Okay.
does striping as well. So
All
we'll
right.
take that after the meeting.
We'll do that.
We also, I had asked Tim to help us out with, around the Park Lake, the undergrowth around the trees. So they've been, using, some equipment out there and taking care of some of that undergrowth. It really looks good. He's cleaned it up a lot, left all the trees, but anything that was 2 or 3 inches or smaller, kind of, grubbed those down. We still have some more work to do out there, but, so far so good. Appreciate that, Tim. Looks good.
Thank you. And the only other item I have got, we have to have what they call an ERC, employee reasonably in charge, for all our federal money, NDOT money. I'd like to be able to add 1 or 2 people to that, but I'll need a letterhead of commissioner or something. I'd like to have permission for Christie or someone to draft that, authorize NDOT to add them individuals to our account, basically what it boils down to.
Because currently you just have 2.
We currently just have 1.
Oh, just 1?
Yes.
Okay,
So I'd like permission to go ahead and add,
that'd be good.
so.
Yeah,
I did.
that's important.
I don't have an issue with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the state's doing a lot of work.
Yep.
21 there.
Yep.
Wasn't there just a long closure there last year?
Wasn't too long ago, yes.
On
Yeah.
421 South?
Yeah. So, yeah.
Where they going from? Kind of like,
It's 2 bridges actually in town.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
one
2
right-
bridges are being decked and stuff.
we're starting that.
When? April 18th. I mean, May 18th is when they're starting. 6 months.
All right, up next, we have a request for use of facilities of the courthouse. Emily?
You guys this picture. So there is, America's 250 group that's based on the Historical Society, so there's several of us that are on that, newspaper, radio, lots of people. So that picture, was taken July 4th of 1918, and it was the dedication of the Decatur County Honor Roll. And there's an article at this Historical Society about it. So what they would like to do is recreate that picture on the 4th of July this year, since it is the 250th birthday. So they like to be able to use the courthouse square and invite people, and kind of looking at like starting with the fireworks on the 3rd that evening, then the parade, the picture, and then the Patriot flag waving. So kind of that be the 250 celebration for Decatur County. So they're asking for permission to use the courthouse square to do that. But then also, if you guys would be willing to provide like some, it doesn't have to look exactly like that, but some of the patriotic bunting to the courthouse, obviously to make the picture just a little bit prettier and represent what it is. So
Really cool.
1918.
1918, yeah. So the original article, it said that they thought that 10,000 people attended. So we don't know if like outside of that picture there's more. It's hard to know for sure. But that's right, just hiding in there. So that's kind of the tentative plans, but wanted to make sure that that would be okay to do that, and if you guys could work on that patriotic decor for the courthouse.
I think that's something we could do.
Is there a way that they could put together what they'd like to see, or?
Yeah, I can ask for that. I think it's just making it pretty, but.
I think it's a great thing to do. I think it's
Yep.
it'd be really cool to see, but I don't know if you want us three trying to pick out
Sure. I will hand that over to the powers that be.
We may need a little bit. We may need a little bit finer
A
touch.
little more advice, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see what they want it to look like exactly, but I don't foresee it being a super expensive kind of cost, but I think it'll be a neat picture and it'll look good. And
Well, we can
something to-
reuse the stuff. I mean, it's.
We do have a large flag currently at the community building at the fairgrounds.
Yeah, we do.
So,
It was donated to us.
yes, so, we could, I'm sure,
That's a good idea.
hang that somewhere.
I mean, the staging, the bleachers, my gosh, this was an event.
It was an event, yeah. So I mean, they're not gonna bring the bleachers and stuff in this time, but it was a big, very large event, very cool.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like it.
Very neat. Yep, absolutely.
Thank you guys, we appreciate it.
And maybe also like what they would want to see as far as, so that we can try to see what, meaning, obviously probably not the benches, right? But we could facilitate chairs.
Chairs.
So if maybe what they would kind of like lay out, what the anticipation of quantity was, that way we can get an idea of what we have or what we may need to borrow or something.
Okay, and there's still discussion exactly where the picture was taken from. They think from Broadway, but
Isn't that the Presbyterian Church?
yeah, so that's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
There's a history.
right.
So
That
it
looks
all
like,
depends on how you,
oh, yeah.
yeah,
I think this is,
because it's the church is there. Yeah, we were like standing trying to,
well, look at the courthouse, though. This tells you your reference.
yeah,
You know, the two
right, yeah,
towers,
exactly. So,
the south side.
side,
Yeah.
Historical Society. You can blame Natalie for part of that. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I will note, because I
Yeah.
work not only around Indiana, but around the Midwest, the 250th is gonna be a big deal, so order early, 'cause you're gonna have to start elbowing commissioners and county boards around the country out of the way.
True. Yeah, all right.
I would make a motion to approve the request for use facilities for the America's 250th anniversary for the Historical Society.
Second that. That was a mouthful.
I was gonna throw courthouse in there at the end, just to make him happy.
All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, motion carries. That's awesome. All right, we would invite anybody that has an interest in submitting a bid to mow the courthouse lawn and maintain the bushes, flower beds, for the next year to submit those bids by 4 p.m. on March 13th, 2026. We will be then deciding and awarding that contract on March 16th at our 8 a.m. meeting. I know Patty said that we already had a number of bids that had been submitted, or offers that had been submitted to us for that service.
So if you've already submitted a bid, we have
You're
it.
good. Yep. All right. Any-
So March 13th is the deadline?
March 13th, 4 p.m.
Gotcha.
is the deadline.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Anything else for you guys before I go around the room?
I do not.
Okay. I would just ask again if there's anything that you need to add to or add when I call on you, if you could go ahead and step up to the microphone just so that everybody watching at home or watching later can actually hear you. Brian, anything from the EDC?
We wanted to thank all those that participated in the Opportunity Expo a couple weeks ago. I think it was a great success. I think the junior classes and the senior classes all enjoyed meeting and talking with those who took the time to come out. So we appreciate that and look forward to next year's. On the Ready updates, we got complimented by this state on our Ready 2 projects, one of which again is the Fairgrounds building. We have another ribbon cutting on the 12th, being the All for Kids Child Care Center over at the Greensburg Learning Center. They're very impressed. We're right at about 37%. I think we're nearing the 40% of the funding, which is heads and tails above everybody else in the state. On the Ready one, we're slowly closing in on that. On the final projects there to close out, that should be by September 1st. Also, I did want to bring up that I'm watching some legislation at the State House about the possibility of tax credits being allotted to regions and handled versus at the IEDC. I didn't get a chance to check today to see where that is, but they are trying to concentrate on regionally. So we're very happy to have an RDA that would be able to handle that. Well, that remains to be seen to see how that plays out, but I know from the IEDC and from the state side, they are concentrating on that regional contact and possibly putting some of those in the hands of the regions. So.
I met with the representative from Governor Braun's office, and we were discussing Ready 3.
Ready 3, well.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
do you have anything? I know that's really more from the IEDC side. Do you have any update as far as?
No, I mean, it's always been rumored. We figured it's not going to be seen for another 2 years, probably, honestly, because
A lot of those funds were from COVID, federal.
COVID,
funding.
yeah.
So now that it's really trying to figure out where that money would come from if it were.
It's really been a fantastic, program for rural areas like ours. It's been transformational, what we've been able to do it and what we've been able to leverage as far as investments. And if they did continue that, it would be remarkable. We'd be ready for it. And they say that the imitation is a serious form of flattery, and I think Kentucky and some of the other states are taking notice of how they did that. So, yeah,
No update yet, just kind of.
no, it's just rumor. So we'll see. But that's cool that they mentioned that. So that's great.
Was it Rod? Yep.
Roger Howard.
I met with him last week as well.
Yeah, we'll be ready.
And I told him, I did convey to him that this is now the 4th or 5th state official I think that I've met with in the last probably 9 months or so. And so, I am encouraged from a county standpoint that they are willing to sit down and meet with us and talk with us, because we were able to talk about a lot of different topics that are affecting
I got to meet with him as well.
yeah,
So
county government. We were probably all echoing similar
I think so.
similar thoughts here about what we would.
And Houchin's office, just so that we've mentioned, has also sent representatives into the area, and we've
Yep.
met with them, and all have been great.
Yep. All right, Ken, anything from the Veterans Office?
One thing that you guys were just talking about on the 250th, if there's anything that you need from me for military side of that, I would really need to know that ahead of time. I'm sure that our guard is trying to get a static display, stuff like that. I could probably manage that, but it being such a big event,
I'm sure their resources are going to be limited as well throughout the entire state. But if something like that you want to do, I'll go pitch it and see what we can get out of Shelbyville, and maybe even a flyover, since I do have pull with helicopters. So it would really be cool, but I just need to know if that's something we want to entertain. If it is, then I can go and try to start rattling some cages for that as well.
Flyover would be amazing.
That would be really cool.
Yeah,
You got a lot of charisma. I think you can persuade them.
The beauty is that I was there, when I retired, the command sergeant major of that unit that has all the helicopters. So maybe
I'm also hearing that he wants to be the party planner.
no, I am not a party planner.
Yeah.
Again, wait.
I will help support, but I just, if that's something we want to look at, I'll
Hey,
start.
I would give you the go on the flyover. Start looking now.
Okay,
see if
I'll
you-
take a look
that's
and
possible.
see.
And also, if they are able to share anything for resource-wise, if they have any.
Yeah, and I'll reach out to the American Legion too to start getting them planning for the parade and stuff. Maybe less than just one truck in our parade. Maybe we can get a few other things even on the American Legion side. So I'll help with that. But I just wanted to see if that was something we wanted to go an avenue. I'll start rattling cages.
Thank you, Ken. Sheriff, anything else?
No, sir.
All right. Doug, anything else?
I yield my time to Rob.
Okay, Rob Dehoff. We had our first tournament out at the Ball Diamonds Complex. Would you like to just tell us how many teams and how the event went?
You could have yielded your time to Chris, just so you know.
You want to do? I'll make it quick. Yeah, first tournament, which started a month and a week earlier than last year when we started. So our tournament had roughly 30 teams in it. We used 6 diamonds. They were supposed to go 2 day, went to 1 day. So since the weather was colder Sunday, ended up using all day Saturday to do it. Everything went well. Good turnout and everything. So beautiful weather.
How many total players?
Total players? Oh man, that's hard to judge. So 30 times, probably about 12 players per team. Yep. So there's a big crowd. I know Chris came out and texted me and said, "Man, this place is packed." So yeah. So
Looking forward to a good summer.
it will be. Yep. So that was 32 left.
I saw the Sentinels backdrops and stuff on the fence. That looks really cool.
Yep. Yes, we
So
do.
you guys hanging that, so I got to kind of see in it. It looks really neat.
Yep. It does. It looks awesome. Had a lot of compliments on that. So looks really good.
I know there was an event at the community building at the fairgrounds as well. Yeah. And we definitely need to get some more parking at the Ball Diamond.
Yeah, so one thing I was concerned about going there is I totally forgot with the construction going on at the pool. I want to make sure that those guys know that, on the weekends, they want to make sure their stuff's secure.
Copy that schedule.
I can, yes.
And
I'll
I'll
do.
pass it on to them, because that was the other, I did mention before, I think to Chris, that I want to make sure that they
Right.
keep their stuff tidy.
Yeah, excellent, yeah.
Coming into the Saturday.
That
Right
and
now, they've been
secure,
kinda
right?
operating as fast as loose as they want, because there's nobody been around, but.
Right.
Yeah, this one snuck up on me, this tournament's early,
Yeah.
so.
That's a good idea, because they're parked all over the place. So, yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good idea.
We'll get them to maybe set up some area off, where it's just for them.
Absolutely. That's all I got.
Thank you.
To make 2 minutes. Thank you,
How'd he
guys.
Chris, you want to give us an update on parks?
Just a couple quick things. Rec League registration does end this Friday, so obviously nobody get those registrations in, but we are at, as of when I left today, which is about 4:30, we had 526 kids registered for Rec League.
Is that both softball and baseball?
Yeah, and fast pitch is actually open until April 30th. Is that right? Or slow pitch, April 30th. So those numbers aren't even really in there yet. There's only about 15, 20.
Do you have
of
any
that.
comparison to how that was the year before versus?
It's close to where it was. It's a little bit higher, but it is close to what it was before. So still looking at, especially when you add slow pitch in there, we're going to have significantly more numbers as well. But other than that, yeah, a lot of it's been preparation for upcoming for these now what is 32 tournaments left, and got to shout out our maintenance crew and Rob and everybody. They were out there, working their tails off in the mud and snow and rain, getting everything to make sure it looks good. So
What's the completion date on the restroom concession stand?
they told us mid-March. Correct.
think there's a delay in that. Right?
Yeah, that's what they told us was mid-March. That's what they told us, but
End of March, looks more realistic,
that's what it's looking like.
All right.
You guys have anything else for me?
No, other than, us working on trying to get the parking, getting that worked out, where that house was at, getting that done.
Yep. So,
I think that's gonna be a pretty high priority, because
Yeah.
the only negative that I have heard from the community building now, after this past weekend, is parking. And so it's gonna be partially alleviated, I think, with more structured parking along 200 there with the striping. But then also we'll need those additional spots.
all right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Chris? Yes, Rob?
The parking thing, obviously, that, I don't know,
Not wide enough.
It's just not enough space to be able to pull in at an angle and pull out without getting in the line of travel.
I think it was fairly close if we did angled on one side and not the other versus doing parallel on both. And it made it more dangerous having the parallel. So it was better to have virtually the same amount of spots. It was better to do parallel parking on both sides. Safer.
And we had looked at it as well, if we didn't have the walkway on the west side, if we did away with that, could we have done the angled parking, and it was still gonna be an issue. Yep. All right, Mike, EMA?
Just one thing real quick, that March 11th, we're having our National Weather Service Severe Weather Spotter Training there at the Annex. Be from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and it's open to the public. Everyone's welcome to attend. You don't have to pre-register. We also have it on our Facebook page as an event. If anyone's interested, there's some more details there. Be giving away a couple weather radios while people are there. So look forward to seeing anybody and everybody show up that would like to have an interest.
Very cool. Very cool. Carla, how about communications?
Just some updates. Charlie's going to be painting the center probably in about a couple weeks. So we'll get that done. And Levenstein's has been set to do the flooring in May. They're wanting to do it 11 to 7 in the morning, in the nighttime. That's when it's less chaotic in there with everything going on and admin in there. And they think that it's going to be about a week before it's completed. So a couple weeks paint, and then in May we'll get the flooring done. So, okay.
You may have already discussed this, but does dispatch need to temporarily move, or are they going
No.
to work around them?
Oh, no, they're going to work around everything. Yeah. Yeah. And as far as the televisions in there, our cameras or video that we have, they're going to work with IT to get those off of there, off the walls. And, well, yeah, we'll get everything maneuvered around.
No IDAX concerns or anything like that with having folks that are not IDAX approved being
Right. Well, the only thing I'm going to have them do is they'll just have to sign in when they get there, and wear a badge. So, yeah, it should be good. Since it's temporary, it's not like a full-time maintenance, or, like Charlie had to. He had to take the CGIS test. They won't have to do anything like that. I'll just have them sign in.
Very good. Thanks, Carla. Anything else from Christy? Anything from auditor's office?
Not at this time, no. We just finished up like the annual report was due March 1, so that's where we get the lovely audit that we have come in. So that is done, so that's a big relief, but.
Good.
I will be absent at the next meeting. It is my children's spring break, and we are going on vacation. So.
Good for you.
I'm gonna blame the kids,
Patty, do we have any active job postings or anything that we need to make folks aware of? All right,
Look at the website.
look at the website,
We've
apply.
got some seasonal postings for the parks, one for tourism, some interns. Let's see, I've got to post, and a couple that have got to post yet. There's another one for Chris. Camp Rainbow's coming up, right? Yep, gotta get that one posted. So, yeah, a lot of new people starting
Fantastic.
lately.
Good. All right, if there's
Motion to adjourn.
motion, we have a motion to recess. We are recessed.
Jumped right on that.